Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome back. Oh, yes, once again it is Monday, and my time to do my VR stream as normal. Hopefully everyone's having a great day so far. Right. So, just doing a little bit of a corn drop into the flower factory. Hey Green Thumb Farmer, how you doing, buddy? So, somewhere here should be a trigger. Hopefully there is. Hey, Mr. Viking, how's it going? Yeah, there we go. Actually, while I'm here, I should see 1, 2. That should be fine. That's fine. Cool. I'm slowly clocking up on my little pallets over here. I need to get some of the bakery up and running. I'm currently waiting on yeast at the minute. Hey, Agar, how's it going? Mr. Wheels, how are you doing? Actually, I need to jump in Discord, shouldn't I? It's gone streamers 1, I think. There we go. And if you guys are not follow Mr. Wheels, make sure to give him a follow. Just click on his link, give him a follow, and you never know, you might actually enjoy what you see. There we go. And let's give Mr. Viking streaming a shout out as well. There we go. So make sure to click on both of their links and give them both a follow, because they're really good content creators.
Thanks
Right.
for the raid.
Holy heckin'. The Vink 1972 raid with the party of two. How you doing there, Mr. The Vink? And Mr. Darius Frost as well. Holy heck. With 43. I feel special today.
Thanks for the raid.
Wow. Holy smoking barrels. Yeah, welcome in everybody. So we are on Dashnet's map, PV Canyon Crossing, and if you're not following either Mr. The Vink 1972 or Darius Frost, click on their links, give them both a follow, and hopefully both you guys had a great stream. Obviously, I know that Mr. Darius Frost was doing a bit of Diablo 4, and Mr. The Vink was doing a bit of Farm Sim 22. How's it going there, Veldian and Brooks, Reliant Robin, Poppies, everybody else coming in? So, I want to say a big, huge thank you to two special people out there in Chatland at the minute. One is Green Thumb Farmer. He's basically set up a last week I purchased a warehouse on Turbo Squid. Obviously, I downloaded it. I think it was Thursday. Got it into Giant's Edge. I had no textures and nothing. I was really gutted. Obviously, Dave had a look, and it was going to be a bit of work. But obviously, Green Thumb Farmer reached out and said, well, send it over and I'll see what I can do. So he's actually been able to come in and add the textures. I've now got the build, and I'm actually part way through actually setting up. Hey, boss, how you doing? And thank you,
Howdy.
Mr. Darius. Hopefully,
Howdy.
did you have a good stream? Actually, a couple of streams today, isn't it? Oh, let me.
I did, yeah, I did.
Yeah, obviously Farm Sim start off with Smart earlier on, and then a bit of Diablo. Nice. Cool, you're cracking them out, aren't you?
Well, I've been up since 1, and then I had to stop for a doctor's, well, go to the hospital to get x-rays. For the doctor's orders.
And hopefully everything's okay with you.
Yeah, they just wanted updated images of my neck to see what's going on in there.
All right, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Hey, Gamer Paul, how you doing, buddy? And obviously everybody else coming on in. But yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully get everything sorted out. So yeah, as I was just saying quickly, obviously Green Thumb Farmer was able to sort me out on the warehouse. I've actually got it mostly done. Just a few more bits and pieces and some pallets. It's basically going to be the new chewing tobacco factory. Hopefully I'll have it done and sent over to Dave by the end of the week for him to get it into the next update. The second big huge thank you I want to say is to Reliant Robin for the specific reason is he's actually gone through and created some categories, or a category that can be adjusted depending on the size. Still got to work everything out for it, but hopefully either end of this week or next week I'll have that finished and sent over to David as well, so you guys will be able to actually have cats on the map as well. Obviously they're already built into the map, they just need a pen basically set up for them, and I think we're pretty much there, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, big thanks to both of you guys, you're both amazing. Anyway, the story. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically what I really want to say is a big, huge thank you to both of you guys. So yeah, but funny games. It's freaking roasting here today. But yeah, obviously
You're
if you're
roasting.
not, it is. But obviously if you haven't actually checked out Reliant Robin crew as well, you should click on his link. He is the latest SGA member, so he does a lot of the Blender type stuff, and yeah. Unfortunately, he can't run the map at the minute due to his system specs and stuff, so yeah. I did have a look at it, yeah, I like it. I might add something along the bottom, like a carpet or something to match in with a scratch post, but yeah, that's something else he did as well. He sent over some scratch posts that he created as well. There's like 3 different models, there's little cat bowls, so I'm going to be having a little play around, getting them switched over. But yeah, there you go. See, I see that, but it's not coming up on there. That is weird. Oh, there it is. I think my slobs is a little bit delayed there, but yeah, make sure to click on that link and give them a follow. Are you going to set up a cat pet type as well? The cat's already in. Dave already added them. Obviously, we haven't really had a actual pen to put them in, and obviously that's one of the other things I want to work on at some point. I don't know if Dave's going to do anything either, but is having some of the, like a deer pen set up. I've got a goat pen I've kind of started already. Need to figure out a few things in there. But yeah. Yes. They're kind of a little bit tricky, some of these ones, but yeah. But yeah. But obviously at the minute you do have a dog canine pen, and it's kind of going to be similar style to that one where you got the 2 bits either side, but we're kind of thinking, but actually you're right, Robin mentioned it the other day during the stream when he was actually made a start on the, is have like maybe 3 different sizes, a small, a medium and a large, each one housing a different amount of cats, and that's kind of the idea I was getting as I was seeing him doing it. So that's probably what I'll do, is have like a single one that will maybe hold 15, 20 sort of cats, and then a double one that'll be like double and a bit maybe, and then like a triple sized sort of one. So yeah, but yeah, it's something to work on later on. But yeah, at the minute I'm focused on the tobacco factory, get that sorted out. It's definitely getting there. I've got the visual side of it set up, I think, for the most part. I've got to finish off doing the XML, the recipes, and then whatever palettes I'm going to be doing. But how you doing there, Mr. Cobb? I did see you, sorry. Yeah, so it's definitely getting there. And obviously it's just really now is to find the products that aren't being used, so crops and stuff, get them into factories and productions, and so you guys can actually just chill without having to constantly worry about updates all the time. Obviously, like over the next week or 2, Dave's going to be going through adding in the mega boosters into the productions and stuff like that, so that is still to come. I know some of it's already in, so yeah. So make sure to check out Mr. Dashnet when he goes live. Obviously he's going to be maybe showing some stuff off, I don't know, but yeah, definitely catch Dave and Darius and all the other SGA guys. But yeah, and also, well, I think actually I mentioned about it, but yeah, I'd like to officially welcome Mr. Reliant Robin to the SGA now as well. So yeah, definitely cool. Definitely very, very cool. Alright then. So what I've been doing over the weekend is, obviously the sugarcane field here on the left hand side has now been harvested. Excuse me. My sugar beet field is now harvested as well. So hey, got the sugar factory up and running. I was mainly after the yeast, so I wanted to get both of them in there. Obviously I did some sugar beet cuts while I was at it, so That's good. At some point I do want to get the butchers down, because obviously my chickens are starting to grow up. I think I've got another couple of months before they're actually ready to go over, so kind of keeping it like how Dave's doing his, where he takes it up to like 9 months, obviously gets the eggs, and then takes them over 9 months, so yeah, very, very cool. A duck pond would be good as well. Yeah, that is something else I am working on. I may look at doing multiple sizes on that, I'm not sure yet. We shall see. Obviously I've got to speak to Dave about things as well, see what he wants, whether he wants a small,
He
medium,
wants
large.
nothing.
He wants nothing, okay. Cool! The tipping is out of since on Big Stone Crusher. The tipping is out of science. You are. So with this Stone Crusher there, Gamer Paul, it's actually got two triggers there. One is for the big stones to go in, which goes actually into the crusher part. But then just in front of it is a second trigger for unloading like your stones from the mines and the fields and stuff. So yeah, it was, but I don't understand it. The tipping is out. Unless I missed something else. The tipping is out of science since on Big Stone Crusher. Doesn't make sense when taking products out. Oh, yeah, Dave moved the triggers actually over there. Let's pop over there and have a look.
What? What's
Oh
his
boy.
problem now?
It's not me, it's Gamer
They're out.
Paul's. Hang on a
I had
sec.
to move the triggers out. They wouldn't
Yeah.
reach.
Let me push this up. Let's pop over there and have a look. So this is obviously the big stone crusher. Now if I hit that. Yeah, so you see these. Oh crap, let me turn that back down a minute. So obviously I originally had them a little bit closer, but obviously Dave thought they were a little bit too close, so he ended up bringing them right out to here. So this should unload either way, but obviously visually it may not totally sync with how it should really, but yeah. Obviously I do know that they did work, so obviously I tested it, and obviously the guys tested it during testing, and you guys have been using it, so yeah. Obviously if it's just the unload, yeah, that's probably going to look a little bit weird, so I haven't actually got up to here doing this one yet, but yeah, it's all fine. Yeah, it's fine. Obviously, if the spout
Seems
was a
to
little
be the
bit
problem.
further, I think it's basically when you're taking the products back out, it's not gone into the tipper, as it were. That's all it is. But yeah, it is fine, to be honest. As long as it fills up, that's the main issue. Right, one more. There we go.
Back it all the way up. It'll look like it's going in the tipper.
Yeah, you could do, but yeah, how you doing there, Funkin' Groove?
Ay.
Right, let me see what am I missing. I know I've missed a few there, going through that. So there's Mr. Cope. Did I see a Mr. Miller there a minute ago? Hey, Mr. T. Miller, how you doing, buddy? How's the packing going? Right, I like to play FS22, but find it outrageous that Giants can't manage that the branches don't go through. Yeah, I know. They are getting better, I will say that, but obviously there is still things like branches going through buildings and your vehicles. Yeah, it is what it is. Just don't notice it really after a while. Right, I'm trying to make a sawmill placeable with container sell point that can be used on any map. Yep, go for it. It's really very easy. If you just look at the Elm Creek sawmill, Mr. Cope, that's literally got everything set up, the container unloading and everything in there. But actually, to be honest, that Elm Creek one can actually, if it didn't have the resin in there, could technically work on any map anyway. So, right, there we go. And hey, how's it going there? Word, aye. Actually, while I'm here, I've got a contract up here for some cotton. I'm keeping an eye on. I don't think I've got any more bales out yet. One nice little tip as well, if you're doing a big field, it's a little bit cheaty, but it does help find all those bales. Doesn't have to necessarily be Where the heck is it? Oh, it's here somewhere. There we go. In F12, the Easy Dev tool, at the top here, you can show the location of any bales on your map, and they'll actually show up red. See, just like that. So I've got 2 cotton bales there. There's one on the back there. Obviously, I'm going to wait for him to finish the field before grabbing them. But yeah, all weekend I've been doing this friggin' field just to try and get my fabric up and running. But yeah. How do you harvest the orchards, Grinwood? That's a very good question. I'm actually going to be doing that in a minute. Right. What I might just do is run through the night because it is getting a little bit dark for you guys to see. I've got that to finish off. That one's now finished. My field. Let me find my house somewhere amongst here. There it is. Now, I'm just going to run it through to about 6 o'clock, not too long. Now, somebody was mentioning, how do you get rocks on this map? Now, for anyone who wasn't aware, actually it's still a little bit dark, so while this comes on a little bit. So the first thing you're going to need down is the mining hut. So if you come into the constructions, into the PV stuff, and I've got to remember where the heck it was. I think it was tier 2. I have no other, maybe actually it might have been. I can't remember where the heck. Yeah, there you go. So this little mining shack does need to be placed down somewhere on a land that you own, first of all. There we go, that's about right. Secondly, you're going to need to own plot 231, this one right at the top of the mine here. For the simple fact is, along the wall here, there's several nodes, or spawn area I should say, for rocks and gems to come out of. Now, I'm not sure if I've got any. It looks like I might do a couple over here. But there's about 6, if I remember rightly, spawn areas. Obviously, this is the first one for me. And there is your rock. Obviously, on my Trello, there is a trailer that I've set up with auto-loading that will pick these up. The same with these little gems as well. So if you're having issues with it, like a flatbed or something like that, maybe try that one out. I do know somebody tried it yesterday and they're happy with it. It's fine. Obviously, one thing, it will not auto unload. What you'll have to do is overload it. So you'll control I to unload it if you wanted to, or just pick them up with your hands. But obviously, once you've got this plot of land owned and that mining shed down, you are going to need to obviously let it run through the seasons. So the wind, rain, water, rain, sun, and all that sort of stuff. And it's basically going to fill up the triggers to allow these to spawn. So just bear that one in mind. Obviously, I've had this now, well, just over a year. So I'm actually starting to produce some bits and pieces. So it's kind of nice. So hopefully that helps those guys and you guys out a little bit. Right. So you wanted to know how to do the orchards. Why the heck did I put my trailer there? And yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute, Viking, because it's probably easier to show. So, let me drop that off there, because it is something I do need to do, because I've got some oranges currently ready. So I might as well get them sorted out. So, in the vehicle shop, Dave's actually set up a category called orchards. If I come to here, it's under your vehicles, I believe, or is it the attachments? There you go, so the attachments. So, orchard equipment. In here, you got obviously your stuff for your vines, vineyards and stuff like that. There's also these trailers, and these are basically a harvester trailer. Now, obviously, there's one for each of the different orchard types. Okay. In addition, there is this is the little Joskin tank, which is for doing your maple sap. It just works exactly the same, but there's no fill playing with them. In addition, actually, Aussie Kanga has actually taken the little Linor Unitrack and created like the little harvester on the beds as well. So you could actually go over to his Trello and download it. It does exactly the same thing, to be honest. But I'm obviously going to be using these little trailers. So like I said, I do need an orange one. If I remember right, it's probably right there. So obviously on the back of it, it does have the little orange there. Hey Ionica, how you doing? Obviously each trailer does have a little logo on the back to say what it's for. Obviously what I've gone through and done is added in obviously color configuration, so I want one that's going to be orange. There we go. So something like that. Maybe change that a little bit, orange and yellow. That's not bad actually, that's not bad. And yeah, that's not too bad. But there you go. Something very simple. Obviously, there is some additional configurations, just like the base game one, where you can have that extension on there as well. And obviously, that is color optional as well. Yeah, I think that's due. So I'm going to actually purchase that because I'm going to be needing it every year. Now, one thing to bear in mind, you can hook them up. Hey, Hayward Industries, how's it going? Yeah, so you can hook them up. But when you want to harvest, you're going to have just one trailer attached to your vehicle, because unfortunately you cannot run multiples at the same time. And when you're actually harvesting, you're going to have make sure the trees are on your right hand side, okay? Ugh. But actually I think it was Green Thumb Farmer as well has set up a little orchard storage. I was kind of thinking of doing one myself, and he kind of beat me to it, so I'd probably recommend using that. He's also got a mining silo set up as well. It's really kind of nice. I know Mr. Darius Frost here, he's been using some of this stuff there, and it does look pretty good. I think it was over the weekend. Indeed. He's actually released the buildable hull as well. I don't know if you've seen it, Darius.
I have not had a chance to look at it. I heard about it this morning while I was streaming, but
yeah. I haven't actually looked at it, but he has actually set up a video to show you what it looks like, and it's going to be one that's only used, I think, on this map. So obviously the building side of things makes life a little bit easier. Right, so here's my little trailer. I need to keep an eye on that cotton harvester as well. Should be okay for a little while. So time to take this. Kind of a good match actually. My little bumblebee. So will it show? No, it doesn't. Okay. Wanted to see something. So obviously this will work in the same sort of way the vineyard harvester does and stuff like that ish. So obviously you'll have to activate it with the B key when you get to the tree, so we'll get over there in just a sec. And I do like this bridge as well, it's nice. Out of interest, because obviously over the weekend there was that update for you guys to get the new dock area stuff. Have any of you guys had a play around with it yet? I haven't really done much of that. That's apples. Where did I put my oranges? I know there's oranges somewhere around here. I just got to remember which ones it is. Right, that's apples. I think it's all over the other side of the field. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Yeah, this was definitely apples around here. Maples, yeah, so I think, if I remember rightly, it's probably those trees along that side there. So, but like I said, it has to be, the trees have to be on the right hand side of your vehicle, okay? And as you can see in the F1 menu, third row down from me, it says B to turn on tipper. And that's basically going to turn on the harvester side of things. Righty. Yep, that is my oranges. So, B to activate. Now there is one thing, is it's a little bit slow going, but as long as you're a few meters away from the tree, it will harvest. So as you can see, the oranges are now disappearing. That's all you have to do, and that is it. Obviously it's going to fill up your tipper, and then you can take it to the juice factory, to anywhere it takes orange really. So very, very cool. There we go.
Okay, do you want to show the people something crazy?
Uh oh, what have you done now? I can't do.
Let me see.
No worries, but yeah, Grimwald. There's also Green Thumb Farmers Harvesters as well. That little unit track. So you could use either or. And yeah, let's see what Mr. Dajnet is up to. So let's switch over to my desktop. Watch. One sec. So let's see what Mr. Dave is up to. Let's go full screen.
Okay, you ready? Here we go.
You got it working. Now who's showing off? That is really cool. A little conveyor system.
Yeah, you put them down like this too. Let's see. As we're watching, let's see. PB Mods other. It's this one right here. So you can pretty much. I got to put arrows on them so you know which direction they go.
Wow, holy cripes. Yeah, that is really cool.
I got to also fix that one little thing, but that's just a warning. But watch. So here's my test. The barley. I have them going slow because pallets need time to empty. You know.
Yeah.
But trust me, if you were producing from a flour company right here, it wouldn't be filling up the conveyor anyway, even at this speed.
Yeah.
But then it comes into
That's a big old trigger there.
Yep, but it goes into the trigger. Then look, watch. It's not done yet. Let me fast forward time here a little bit. Make some more bread.
That's the way to get somebody in Discord.
How you doing, Mr. Wheels?
Pops out, goes onto that conveyor. It goes into the storage.
That is called automation at its best.
No, this is
it's dangerous. Dave can make modular factories.
I'm in, man.
Oh, that is very, very cool.
I cannot believe you.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty cool?
I mean,
is
it real? Is it real?
And bump straight into storage.
Can they be used on land? Well, yeah, they can be, as a matter of fact. But you have to. Well, you can't. You have to. You would have to build the platforms.
Yeah.
With these,
man,
they have to be snapped together. But if I came up to the land, and
that's crazy.
And just put the conveyor piece down, it's gonna hover. So you want to you want to build a factory around it, which you can do. You can still build a factory up here. You just have to build the flooring in. You know.
Oh, that is really cool.
I can't believe this.
I gotta find a way to turn my belt. You know, a corner piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta work on a corner piece. It's gonna take a little bit of work, and I gotta put arrows so you know which way they're moving, which would really help. I have no idea which way. But you can put the ramps up to that too, so you can build your stairway up into your factory. You know, like so. Then you have. The rollers, let's see, F12.
That's really, really cool.
Baked potato, sure. It will move.
One thing I didn't notice, they are stepped a little bit. Is that meant to be like that?
That was not supposed. That one was no.
I think it might just be the terrain. Actually, it's going down with the terrain, isn't it?
Yeah, it probably. Yeah, it's a little bit different with the. Yep. Something with the terrain. Actually, if you put one of the regular pieces down first rather than the conveyor, it'll probably work better.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the way I usually do it.
So this is Farm Sim Meat Satisfactory. Yes, it is exactly there, Matt. And how you doing, bud?
If you put the dock filler down and then make sure
for the movements.
that
No, that's just an animation, isn't it, for the rolling part of it?
they're rolling too.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got to be careful snapping together. That's all.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're snapped correctly if they're on land. It'll work. I just did it really
Pretty good so
fast.
far. Okay.
But yeah, then it
that is
could
really
come
cool.
out and dump it right into a trigger down below if you wanted to.
This is awesome, man.
Yeah, you no longer need to have
The
loads of
problem-
stacks of pallets. Just put a few of them down on the ground where your triggers are, and then roll them straight into storages. Yay!
The problem is that here's the other problem. While proof of concept works, every single piece of conveyor is a production. That's the only way I could get the animation in there.
Ah, okay.
So they're hidden. They're hidden productions. They basically produce one an hour and auto sell it. So I balance the price by charging you one an hour per, so they don't cost anything. Production rate is one and the price. So it works. It's smoke and mirrors again, but talk about needing more than 1,000 productions.
Yeah. I suppose you
and
could
I don't.
set up,
I don't know how much lag it would be.
You could set up
What's that?
Could you set up different length ones so you got like obviously a single and then maybe a double, triple? So
you could, yes, you could link some together.
Yeah.
You could make long stretches. You can do stuff like that. Possibly
that is really cool.
Angled pieces that can go up levels and but it's all about the rollers. Now the reason why it rolls so smooth is because there's actually a roller in between each roller. See how they're...
Oh yeah.
That's how I got it to not go up and down between the rollers. They're just... Every other roller is invisible.
Oh, that is really cool.
So as it goes down through, you don't see the invisible rollers. You just see the rollers that are... And it moves it along. Yep.
That is very... How's it going, Eric, by the way? That is really
pretty
really
neat
cool.
though, huh?
Oh, heck yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
You give him a day and he'll make a few little boards. Give him a week and you get friggin' animated conveyor belts and everything. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah, animated fact. Well, I don't know if we're gonna have it. I gotta think this through a little bit, but technically speaking, whoops, wrong button. We could have some small build your own factory types,
You could set up a little competition. Who can make like a satisfactory type factory in Farm Sim, and obviously the better design gets maybe a freebie or something.
Think about this. If you have it set up so you had, obviously if you put something else on here like the smelter, it would go right past the smelter a load of, so you could double up your production lines. These here though would need to have certain pieces would have to have triggers. You'd really need to make them for this because this would work much better. I could do 2 of these if the drop off trigger was out the backside. You know what I mean?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Obviously, there's another thing as well.
If the trigger was back here, then I could. Then you can just have. Yeah, you could actually run it down, and if they were spawning back here, both of these ovens could be operating as your flour mill's putting it on, and if the first oven's full, it's just going to go to the next oven. So, and if you had like more things that produce the units that produce the flour, then you could add on to your factory as you needed more production. You know, that's what the goal would be. And then if you needed more storage, if this was running this way when it dropped off, if we had corner pieces, it could go down in front of a bunch of storages. The first one fills up, put down a second one on the same line.
Right.
See, give him another week and he'll figure out a way of having a switch where it rotates automatically. So if it does get full, you can go on to the next line and do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Vertical
There's
lifters.
emergers and stuff.
we
Yeah.
need we need splitters and mergers.
Merge. Smart
Come on
splitters.
now,
Oh
you
my
just
goodness.
never know. All right, that's all I wanted to show
That is
you.
very,
I've
very
been
cool. Well done.
Good job.
Very,
pretty
very
neat,
cool.
huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh. But yeah, I can't
That's
wait
what
actually to see what you guys are going to make of this, to be honest.
not need logic blocks.
I think it might be nice if we had a channel set up. Obviously, we've
No,
got the PV Canyon Crossing help section in Discord. I think maybe add another one for like pictures of your factories that you guys do with these new docks and stuff. I think it'd be kind of nice. Right.
Well, you guys take care. I will catch you later on.
All right, Mr.
alrighty,
Darius.
sounds good.
Right, thank you very much for the raid earlier.
Indeed.
Much appreciated. Wow. I'm gonna start thinking.
They
now,
want
jeez.
no logic blocks. That'd be nice to have a corner piece where it turns the pallets.
It's not Minecraft surfing. Cool.
We can't go too far. It is farm sim. It's amazing
Yeah.
that I got a conveyor to work.
Very true.
Right.
But I knew you could do it. I was gonna say something, but yeah. I can't think of what it was now. Dang you!
Wait, write this down first.
I knew I should have wrote it down earlier. Oh man. A logic block. Yeah, that's Minecraft, isn't it? Thinking about it. Logic blocks.
It is, yeah.
I thought as much. It's been a while since I've been on Minecraft, so. Actually, I did over the weekend play a little bit FS23, to be honest.
Actually, we could have logic blocks. I just thought about it.
Oh gosh. You had to say
You'd need one. You'd need one for each product, though. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
a wheat block, so you put it on one conveyor and it spawns it back out on another one. Just like.
True.
Wow.
But it only takes wheat. You
Yeah. I see where you're
take
going.
it in. You see where I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the engine is probably gonna crash with all the productions that people.
Yeah. That is the
Right,
biggest issue.
Right.
That is gonna. Yeah, because I think what
My
was it?
goal right now would be to make one modular type factory that people could do, and see how it works out.
Mhm.
Just one. Yeah.
Just one new factory that we could build and make you automate little pieces of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the only big issue I can see happening is obviously Chris was about 5,000 bales and it crashed his system, didn't it, or his save game?
Yeah, well,
So there is a limit, guys, as well. So just bear that in mind when placing these things down. So maybe to do a new save, just to do like a experimental build if you are going
maybe
to
the
try it.
lobster factory.
Yeah.
We can do some type of factory to produce the lobster right on the docks. Drop it on,
Yeah.
Hmm.
have it go through different things.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Makes life easier. Yep. But I want to make Satisfactory with an FS22. That would be kind of nice, but that's kind of where Dave's going with it. But yeah. That's very, very cool. Actually, I'm getting quite a good crop off of that. Quite surprised. Actually, do I have those orchard pen things down? Let's see. I think they were under silos, if I remember rightly. Do I have it in here? I thought I did. Maybe not. Dang it, I'll have to have a look. I'm guessing I will be playing Satisfactory soon.
Oh well.
You know you wanted to.
I'm not gonna go that far.
You know you wanted to, Mr. Miller. Actually, I do want to see, were the orchard products, just out of curiosity, Dave, added to the bulk category? Or the farm silo category? 2 trees
Bulk.
short. It is bulk. Fudge.
Hey, you could put them right in that silo by the water.
Yeah, but I don't own it.
That. Well, maybe you should buy it. It's
Oh, do
unopened.
I?
Buy it from bank for $2 million.
Two
Right.
million?
Or auction it off.
God, I'm trying to get rid of my debt. It's not add more to it. Jeez. Only FS. Yeah, exactly. Update 8 coming soon with Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, hopefully. No idea
Well,
as and when.
that's the
It's going to be
rumor.
that one. Let's see, 357. So, bank loan 358. Say, take a look. See, I've got rid of most of them. Three.
So how is Billy today?
I'm doing okay. Thanks. And you? Let's do 20. There we go. Maximum time. Take that. Oops. Yeah. Been busy doing farming all weekend, so bye.
Me too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually,
Except yesterday.
as I'm still on the desktop, I can show you what I've been doing over the weekend actually. So I know Dave's kind of seen it already, and obviously I've gone in and started adding a few bits yesterday and today to it. So the new factory coming is going to be the tobacco factory. Obviously, I went on the internet and found an actual company that does chewing tobacco. So that's what I'm basing the products on. And it's actually a company called Black Buffalo. So ignore the tobacco free part because it is going to have tobacco. But this is literally the building that I got from Turbo Squid. And thanks to obviously Green Thumb Farmer, he went through, added in the textures. A few things when it came back to me I wasn't very happy with. On the side here I've removed them. I've added to some the old silos from 19, I think it was in the Ken's factory, I think it was, had these, but as well as Borden Dairy. It's going to have basically two unload bays on the far end, and then the pallets are going to be spawning over here. As you can see, I have added in some displays. I'm going to recolorize them because I'm not sure about the colors. But at the minute, input wise, you're going to have your tobacco, orange from your orchards, mint from greenhouses, peaches and apples, which are also your orchard stuff, as well as pallets, along with your electric, labour support boosters as well, and then probably some mega boosters as well added into that. So there'll be like packaging, which I think what else was there, wrapping maybe, stuff like that. And obviously output product wise, I need to find one more actually. But for the minute, I've got original tobacco, so it's just literally going to be tobacco on its own. There's a blood orange one that they do, where you're going to be using your orange tobacco. Back to lurking for a bit. Okay, Mr. Wheels, thanks very much. The apple one, I haven't as yet found the recipe. I think it might have been from another tobacco company, but I'm just going to keep that there for the minute. There is a spearmint, so that's going to be where the mint comes from. And then there's a peach.
That's just peachy.
Yeah, so it's a few products, not too much. Yeah, so obviously I do need to try and find either a replacement for the apple one, because I think there was oh, I'll have to have a look, but that's currently it so far. Obviously I've gone through, replaced the lights that were on here anyway, because they were a little bit naff. There's one thing to bear in mind with some of these ducts. I think the textures are slightly off a little bit. I don't know if it's just me. I think they should be more shiny, but I like it for now. Obviously, you cannot climb on top or anything. The doors do not open, unfortunately, yet. There's no actual interior setup, so maybe in the next farm sim something will be set up for that. I don't know yet. We'll see. Obviously, the building is now bought and paid for, and almost in game for me. But yeah, it's going to be a big old factory. And yeah, big huge thank you obviously once again to Green Thumb Farmer for doing that for me. So yeah, just got to set up the pallets and stuff. I've currently, let's see what I've got so far. There we go. So this is like your HUD images. I've just got a nice mint one there. Actually, I might have to just change that to normal mint rather than spearmint. But you got blood orange. I've used this. The original is going to be like the straight version, and then obviously your peach. But I'm pretty sure I did see that other one as well. But we'll have to have the apple one. So obviously it's not going to be buildable. No, that is one big solid building. So yeah, not this time around. Maybe the next one. Who knows? But that's what I'm currently working on. And obviously once that's finished, I can show you what I was sent yesterday. This is from Reliant Robin. Yeah, you just literally place it down, add your products in. One thing I was kind of thinking is maybe adding a little wall, but I might just leave that for you guys to do actually. But yeah, this is actually going to be the new cattery. And it's basically a section of 3 different individual pens, as it were, or what you want to call them, for your cats to go in. I've just been messing around, actually putting like a little carpet flooring on there. I wasn't really sure too much about the wooden floors in them, so I thought, well, I think I'll just leave it as it is with the nice little bit of carpet there. It looks kind of cozy, should we say. But each of these little boxes is going to have like a little scratch post in there. Obviously, I'm going to be replacing the dog bowls with the cat ones that were sent to me as well. These doors do open up, so you just walk up to them, and you can open and close them, go inside if you wanted to. The only thing I was thinking is adding maybe a little second level onto the back of here, possibly. Maybe, we'll see. But yeah. So that's basically going to be the small version. The second one is going to be basically the same, but have a second one on this side here, facing inwards. And then like a third, the biggest one will have basically three of the buildings. One over this side, one at the top here, and that's kind of what I'm thinking of. And then have like maybe a grass area in the middle. But obviously that's sort of well in the future. Well, end of the week maybe. But yeah, that is what I'm going to be working on after I've done this one. But yeah, all of these were created in Blender by Reliant Rob, and he's done an amazing job on them. So very, very cool. Do you have buildable factories or any news of them? Yeah, we've got buildable factories already in the map, Grimwald. But yeah,
tons.
That's the biggest one.
We got buildable bridges, buildable factories.
Yep, that's obviously the biggest one, and there's like one with just the one tower. But yeah, we'll get there. So actually, have you not seen the map yet, there, Grinwald? Because obviously on this particular map, which is Canyon Crossing, see all these fenced off areas? These are all buildable factories, okay? So for anyone who hasn't seen it, let me go into flight mode. And I'll turn that up a little bit. Actually, I'll drop that down. So yeah, all of these are buildable factories that you can see, all the fenced off areas. Obviously there is 6 buildable bridges like Dave mentioned on this map. There's I'm not exactly sure the exact amount, but I think it's around about 30 to 40 buildable factories. So a lot of the ones that were converted from 19 are actually in here. So for instance, this one here, this is Alco, and it's actually a buildable as well. Obviously you've got the little trigger and the display board at the front here. That's where you unload your products. Depending on the tier of the factory is going to determine how much is going into them. I think some do need maybe a few tweaks, but as you can see, Alco, and obviously this is going to be outputting your copper sheets and aluminum sheets, or aluminium, whatever you want to pronounce it, wherever you are in the world. Obviously you add in your products, exactly the same as 19, put it all in bar 1. So if you go through that list, say for instance, I leave obviously pipe and barrier the lowest here, in staircase railings. So if I left one of them to the side, Put everything else in first, and then put that last one in very, very, very right at the end, okay, all at once. Because once that last product goes in, the trigger is basically going to start raising up, and you won't get a chance to get much more in there. Obviously, if you've got your time dropped down quite low, you may be able to get a couple of loads in, but that's going to be it. Once it starts building, each different segment of the factory is going to start spawning in. So if I hit F5, there's the actual factory itself. Obviously, you've got the display, your little sign there. See, you can see all the different factories here. Also, we've got the steel factory here from PV County. Next to that, on the far end, is Sam Adams. Obviously, you've got Alcoa here. Obviously, in 19 that wasn't a buildable. It is now. Next door here, we do have obviously the concrete PF's factory. That's back again as it was. Very, very cool. Obviously, a lot of the factories and buildings from 19 have been converted over now. Also got Bauer Logistics, which is storage. You probably remember that from County. This is a new one if you haven't seen it. The Brick Factory. Obviously, you got clay on the map, which are in the ponds around the map. There's several of them set up. Obviously, you're going to need to own the land and have it rain for the clay to be produced. And then all you do is pick it up and take it to the brick factory, add some coal in, some other bits and pieces, and you should be fine. Let me come down, because I've got my little display board. See how I'm doing. So at the minute, I do need to get some more clay in here, but I've got coal in there. I've filled up on electric, labour, and water. So it's, yeah, definitely getting there. Obviously, brick is one of the biggest products needed for obviously the steel factory. That's why I kind of left it there, to be honest. But yeah, you got all of these here. Some of the buildings that may have been buildable in the past aren't now. Obviously, Aurora Textiles is not a buildable, unfortunately, but it is placeable now. Oh, there we go. I've got some pallets finally produced. Got good old PMS. And remember, guys, for unloading your trash and your rubble from the breakable buildings, they go downstairs, not up here. If you've got any pallets or packaging and stuff, that goes in the trigger upstairs. Obviously, over the weekend, Dave started adding in the booster products, and these are 5 of them. Obviously, you've got your cans, your containers, your wrapping. I'll probably use some of that in the tobacco factory. We've got some jars and some bottles. They all get brought up here. Whee! That's fast. But yeah, I think I'm going to need to maybe add in another row of these little displays for obviously these new products at some point. It should be quite easy. But yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Right, so that's mainly the central area. That's a few just to start off with. Obviously, we do have the Pepsi factory as well. That's another buildable. Very, very cool. Obviously, you got your glue factory as before, and your drywall, both buildables again. I think the glue one actually needs to be upped a little bit. It's a little bit slow compared to the National Gypsum there. So other areas that do have buildable factories is up here. There's about 4 separate little areas around the map, 4 or 5, that have these buildable areas with the factories. You also got these little buildings here, which obviously if you own the land, you can break them with the old rock crusher. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 buildable factories there. Obviously, this is where good old Black Diamond is for getting your oil wells and stuff out of. You can break that building. But yeah, there is a lot, that is for sure. Oh, there's another one there. What's that one there? Is that Ken's or something? Yep, Ken's. Thought so. Cool. But yeah, each factory does have a display to say what you need to be putting into it. Obviously, some of the factories I did when I was setting them up, try and keep them close to how they were in 19. Obviously, the glass factory, that's the one from Wolf Creek. But over here again, you got Copper by Design. That's here. Obviously, all the usual smaller tier productions. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got some sugar. Oh, it's yeast. Cool. I need that soon. And then there's this big long one. Now, you're probably thinking, holy heck, that's a big factory. It's not actually. That's Heartland Bread. Obviously, for anyone who played PV County, that was on one of the south islands. And yes, it is back exactly the same. As you can see, you got all your pallets and stuff in there. Different triggers. Obviously, once you put your products in, I'm going to hide that because there's something else there. Didn't want to show. Oh well, didn't know it was there. Now, obviously, once you got your products in, what it's basically going to do is run through a few. Depending on how long you're running, obviously, if it's 1 day seasons, you're looking at around about 2.5 days for most of these buildables, which equates to about what 2.5 months roughly in game to build. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, once the products go in, they'll start bringing in building the factories. Different parts will start coming in and stuff. Obviously, at the end of it, this fence and the billboard and obviously the trigger itself will disappear. But obviously, the actual trigger itself will be raised up, so you can no longer put any more in. Obviously, the way they've been set up, if you're just distributing your products, they're not going to go into those triggers again. So for the buildable side, you are going to have to manually do them yourselves, okay, guys? Just in case you haven't got that far. Ooh, hello, we've got another one over here. What have we got here? Ooh, the old doll factory. Cool. But yeah, and obviously all of this and a lot of the things on the map, if you weren't aware, is all thanks to obviously Braven. And obviously the guys that he works with, actually Mobile. For getting the revamp mod to actually work. So big huge thank you to him as well. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, definitely well worth getting it. We've got the boats back in here. We've got the fishing. Obviously the buildables are here. Mining. There is a few new things like obviously the additional animals have been added by Mr. Dave. Obviously we've got goats, dogs, deer, cats coming soon. The cats. Oh, a whole load of things in here. The new orchard system is absolutely amazing. Obviously in 19 and obviously up until now, it's all been that little placeable orchard. Obviously what Dave's now been able to do is actually put them onto a spline, and if you haven't seen it yet, Grinwald, so for coming in, it's exactly the same as the orchards for the base game. You've actually got all these different trees now set up on a little what would you call it, like a spline type thing, where you can actually place them down and create your own orchards. And obviously depending on which fruit it is, will determine when it can be placed down, and obviously when it gets harvested. Obviously with the maple there, that's very cool. Obviously you get your tree sap from that. Obviously, what else have we got here? We've got coffee. That's been added back in. Obviously, you do need the jackdaw harvester off the in-game mod hub for that. The hops. Now, one thing to bear in mind with the hops, when you want to place them down in the place that you're going to keep them, because there has been a bit of an issue with people trying to remove it. One possible way is to actually edit the placeable XML to remove them that way. But just bear that in mind when you do got to place these ones down. There is special equipment on the in-game mod hub that you can actually use for these. On our Trello, basically the Vikings set up a whole array of spreadsheets for the map and what mods to have, what are recommended and what are definitely not recommended. Over the weekend I've had 5 people messaging me saying, oh, my mining material isn't looking right. And it basically turns out they've either had Maze Plus in their save game at some point and taken it out, which has messed it up. But the big one, it seems to be, is their Sinking Mod Pack 1 with the SGA trading station in it, loading up the game, and it's just messing it right up. So please, guys, for the trillionth time, do not add either mod pack 1 or mod pack 2 to this map unless you want to restart, because that is the only way to fix it. So yeah, can you see on the map if there are harvestable? Or yep, you can. I do believe. Let me come here. So you see these little dots around my field here. These are actually those orchards. Each orchard is a different colour. And if I come across, I'm pretty sure. Actually, while I'm here, obviously you do have your standard crops, like your base game ones there. But obviously on this one, we now have flax, rice, carrots, hemp, cranberries, mustard, lavender, peanuts, poppy, peas, alfalfa, hops, which are like I showed you on the vine. Oh, excuse me, coffee, which is also on the vine. And carrying on, we got onion, tobacco, clover. Obviously, that's everything that goes into your fields. And then obviously you got all your orchard products as well. It's freaking amazing. So let me just, I'm pretty sure it should show as ready, same as your grapes and olives. Let me give it a chance to update. Yeah, so there you go. So you can just about see that little orange spot right there. I can't get it any further, showing that that is ready to harvest. Obviously that would have shown all of that line there and that one there in orange. Also, obviously that's the one I'm currently harvesting now. Obviously in the next month or so, these ones that are green, so these are my maples and my apples, they should be ready, so they'll turn to that orange color as well. So yeah, definitely very cool. Actually, that's currently what I own. So 39, and then these right here. I'm slowly getting there. I obviously got this top of the forest here, and lots of productions in the middle. So there you go, that's what I currently own. As well as some of the mines, some of the factories over here, down there. But yeah, each of these little areas, I've got one there, it's got these buildable factories. Once again, the desert is back. Same as PV County, but a bit smaller though. Hey, Mr. Jers. Obviously, yeah, there's some of the fruits I think maybe still getting little tweaks here and there, but I think they're right about balanced now. So very, very cool. Obviously, like I said, the desert, obviously you're going to need your oil pump jacks to go in there and your drill shafts. Same again with the desert. You've got to clear the desert to find those 20 nodes this time to get your crude oil. But that is definitely a late game product. Obviously, you do have silos on the side. Obviously, the fishing on here, there is obviously got on the waterways, have it rain to fill up those traps again. In addition, there is lobster fishing being added, and over on this side here, there is a little trigger for unloading. Obviously, once you drive up here with the barge, you can actually unload the cages into there. Obviously, that was something that Dave added in the last update, I think, was the actual cage production. But yeah, a couple of things, if you weren't aware, there's two placeholders. One is actually, I think it's over in this side here. It's just going to be a borders decorational type thing, possibly, not sure yet. Dave got it all in his mind. Obviously, the fairgrounds, for anyone that played PV Rivers, what was it, FS15 I think it was, remember rightly?
Yeah,
Yep.
15 maps.
I was trying to remember, because you've got so many freaking maps, it's terrible. Obviously that is coming back. At the minute there is a placeholder, do not delete it or remove the mod, because you will not be able to get that when it is released. Obviously at some point we are going to have to get in there and start working on that.
I'll
Ooh.
stop making maps. Too many of them.
Oh, you got to do at least another couple. So I can learn from you more. But yeah, it is such an amazing. And also one last thing, the tree count, if you're just starting, is what? There's 92,000 trees. I think it was you said.
91,000 and change.
Yeah, so around about 91, 92,000 trees on here. So that should definitely keep you guys busy.
Hey, Tony.
Hey Tony, hey Soft Stuff, how you doing? But yeah,
stuff.
if you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to drop it in. Obviously, I would love to see alpacas. I know we've got a model that potentially could be animated, but I think it's going to be a lot of work really for somebody out there to do it. But obviously, actually, as I've got it, what we might do with
All
the
right.
fairground is actually I was thinking that how about just adding in like a little pen of alpacas to the fairground as a compromise rather than having actual alpacas.
Well, I want to know who it was that said that they got an i3D anim file when they exported it from Blender.
Ew, that's true. I think it was Reliant Rob
I want
mentioned something about that, wasn't it?
I want
Can't
to
remember.
see that file. I want to
Hey,
see if I
Marky.
know.
Yep, doing good, Just doing a little bit of harvesting. But yeah, I think there was. I think there might be a plugin for Blender where you get the animation coming over with it when you export it
Well,
over.
that's what I want to know. If somebody has it, I might be able to make it into an animal pen. But it depends how the animation came out.
True. But yeah, alpacas and llamas is the other thing. I have a question. What do you do with the hops after harvesting? So the hops can go into Sam Adams, which is the brewery, to make beer. I don't think they've got any other purpose at the minute apart from selling, really.
Right. Just Sam Adams.
Yep. So if you're not sure where Sam Adams, it's in the central area, right across from the vehicle shop, right here.
You have to build it.
Is there
If you build it.
storage? I think you can go into. Yes, it is buildable. If I remember, try to
I
think.
don't know. It's a totally different thing. I can't remember if they'll go into a storage.
Good question. Let's have a little look. PB Canyon Crossing. It's lucky I'm still on my desktop. Oh, that one. Maps. Let's see what Mr. Dave, if he put it into anything.
Oh, it's probably in there, but will it take it is another story. Because it's probably in
True.
there from before.
Fill types, that's the one I want. The fill types? Yeah, no, maybe. Nope. That one. It switched around. Right. So obviously, if any of you guys are interested, you can actually open up this yourself. Go into the fill types XML. Please don't edit anything really, unless you know what you're doing. But if you actually scroll down, and somewhere near the bottom
Well,
here is the categories. There we go. This is basically one of them.
CHMEL.
And what you want to look for is what do you call it? Chemiel. I can never remember how it's
Mel or
pronounced.
whatever. CHMEL. Whatever it is.
Actually, let's do it this way. If it's in here, sort of, no, CHEML, Chemel,
CHMEL.
CHMEL. Okay. So that is going into a product category, so that's not a silo. No, doesn't look like it.
Product means it's like a palette.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a palette though.
Yeah, it
Fill
is
type, wouldn't it?
technically. It's got a weird thing going on it. I don't know if it'll go into anything, to be honest with you. It wasn't made to store. It was made to
Yeah.
go into a brewery or sell it. Kind of its own little thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so for now, maybe just look to sell if you haven't got Sam Adams up and running. May have to set up a little storage or something for them.
It'd be interesting.
Specifically
It might
just
go
for
in
that.
pallet storage. It might go into a pallet storage. It comes off like a pallet.
It's possible. Yeah, try it into like a one of the pallet storages. Obviously, Barrel Logistics I don't think has it. Because I don't remember adding it, but maybe try one of like the Giants one or something like that, the little one, or T Miller's. There you go, all that for one freaking tree, that's terrible. I think that's all apples and maples, I think there's all the rest there. So, there we go. Right.
Yeah, it could be.
It was me when I got Billy's model into Blender. Every mesh node had an animation. Oh, was it you? Was it? Ah, okay, Green Thumb. Okay. Every mesh node had an animation attached to. There's no extra animations.
Right. But do you have that animation i3D and the if it output an i3D
Obviously, Green Thumb did the factory.
anim?
The factory, not the animal. Llamas and that.
Oh, not the animal. It was your factory.
Yeah.
Ah, well, that's
what it is.
strange. Darn.
Yes. Hey there, Kilroy. How's it going, buddy? Are you need the bio mesh installation?
I do know that.
Productions.
I do know Shy Wizard got figured out how to get animals animated finally.
Oh, did he? Okay.
But I don't know if he could animate that one or not. Depends.
True. So depending on how many productions you've got there, the Vink, will determine how much power. Actually, to be honest, the electric isn't actually, or the power isn't really needed to run the productions. Obviously, they are just boosters. Obviously, for me, I do have some solar panels down. I've got a couple wind turbines over here. If I can click on it. Obviously, I do have the old biomass heating up and running. It's actually full. It's that full. It's out of space. I need to turn that freaking flight mode and all that off. Turn that off. Hey, Memlar, how you doing? Will it possibly fit in general storage? It could. Yeah, see, obviously mine's actually backed up at the minute because I've got very few productions needing it, which is a bit of a pain. Either I'm producing so much, yeah, I'm overdoing it. Actually, one thing I was meant to ask you, with the houses after the update, do you have to replace them if you own them, if they were pre-placed?
If they were pre-placed, you don't have to, but they won't have priority. They have priority 10. So if you're using the
Because I wanted to see something.
government building, it won't distribute to those.
I ain't got that down.
But it will take half of the that was the only reason why it was changed, because of the government building.
Is it? It's like a bill like cotton. Okay. Yeah, I haven't even thought about
It might go
doing
into one or the other.
Yeah, it may do.
Have to test it.
What was I going to look at?
I don't know if it's it's not really. I don't think it's technically a bale.
Yeah. Well, looking at that,
Because I don't have a bale type.
Oh, look, that's nearly finished. Yeah, because it's more of a pallet. I thought it was a pallet. But yeah, try like a storage or something for a pallet storage.
Well, F12 should let me know if it's a pallet or. I don't think it's. Whoops!
Never even
Crap.
thought about that, to be honest.
How do you delete an object?
In the F12 menu, first menu, bottom of the second row. I've only had done that a few times myself.
What? Delete objects.
So F12, yeah, right there. Delete objects input. Switch that to on, and jump out, and then walk up to your whatever it is.
All right.
Make sure your hand shown and hit delete key.
I spawned something by accident. That's why I was asking.
Okay. Yeah, if any of you guys were actually curious, so say for instance, let's use this as an example. Say I had accidentally spawned this. go into your menu. If you want to get rid of it, come here obviously to the general settings where it says delete objects input. Make sure this is on. Just walk up to it so you get your hand showing, and then just hit the delete key, and you can actually delete that palette or whatever it is you accidentally spawned in. It does come in handy, but obviously one thing to bear in mind is make sure to turn that off, because you may end up deleting something you regret. And why is that still shown? There we go. But yeah. But yeah.
It is neither.
There we go.
It is neither a bale. It's just a fill type. I think it probably goes into. Well, let's see. Now I got to get a tipper.
Yeah, I haven't messed around with it at all, those hops yet. Because I think it on another map that it uses, it went straight into production, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how hot it was during the day, but at the minute it's about 19 Celsius, Gamer Paul. Right. Yeah, so I was actually on the in-game mod hub the other day looking for like bigger bale trailers for the cotton, and I
Oddly
found
enough,
this
it does.
little pack. Kind of cool.
It doesn't register as any of them. Oh, I don't know.
Ah.
I'm not sure.
May have to look into doing a little storage or something for them. That is going to be a pain. Yeah, so if you're doing hops, make sure you got Sam Adams built then for the minute.
Yep.
Or wait. Yeah.
Or sell them off.
Yeah.
Why would you have hops if you didn't have Sam Adams built?
Ah, true. Some people do like use it for money. Yeah, so on the in-game mod
well,
hub.
if they're using it for money, then they sell it.
True. Obviously, I do know some of you guys are using the Surfin's UAL trailer. I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit more realistic, and I found this McCormick Cotton Trailer Pack, and it's kind of like extended versions of the base game one. Obviously, the base game one does 3 bales, but this one comes with two or three? Oh yeah, because you got the 3 and then a 5. I thought it was a 4 and a 5 for some weird reason. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Obviously, I'm just using that 5 one. That's really cool, and that's on the in-game mod hub. Very, very cool. The guys are looking pretty good. Yeah, he's done a great job. And obviously, if any of you guys do come up with an issue with a mod on the map, please let Viking or one of us know, so we can actually let him know and get it added. Obviously, he has got quite a list going already of mods not to use, and obviously ones that are okay at the minute. But very, very cool. Right, so you're doing that. Let's see, I've had that one. Try to see what other ones. I'm sure there's a couple more here that had cotton. Ba-ba-da-ba-dam. Let's see. White. Give me a white. Give me a white. Give me a white. So 18, 27, and 37. See, these are the ones I'm after, like these other cotton fields. Because any bales left over are going to go into my, obviously, spinnery contracts. That one. Details on. Nothing. There's loads of sunflower actually. Not the greatest of prices, but worth doing. Sugar beet. Oh, look at that. A nice big sugar beet harvest on field 29. 226k. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. I think I will. Because I don't know if I've still got it, but in here I do have... Oh, don't say it's a potato one, is it? Oh no, there. Good. We'll lease you. Combination that lease. A little blast from the past. And obviously this is on the in-game mod hub as well, guys. I know some of you are probably using Aussie Kangas triple wide or something along that line. Obviously I'm still trying to keep it relatively realistic, I suppose. There we go. Come on, come on. There we go. Right, what field was that? Can anybody remember? Because I'm losing it. Field 29. Right, so where are you? 29. Hopefully it's easy to get to. 29, 29. It's up here somewhere. Over there. Okay, I know where I'm going. Right, so let's fold that up. Take a little bit of a drive. Now obviously Big Daddy, if anyone was interested, did send me a link for his sugar beet cut cart. So if any of you guys do want it, let me know and I can get you the link. Hey Jay Booth, how's it going, bud? Have you seen the mod hub with the containers and such? Yeah. By Hispano Modding. They're great actually. I've got them installed at the minute. I'm currently waiting on the flatbed ones that he's going to be releasing soon. But yeah, he's got a whole array of different stuff. If actually that's something else that was touched on over the weekend. With the Platinum DLC, obviously you're going to need it for this map. That is a must. Okay, guys. Now, for loading and unloading the containers on the in-game mod hub, there's two mods. I've still got to actually add in the crane, but Hispano Modding has a crane to go with his container packs. It's basically you got like grain ones, there's liquid ones as well. But somebody who's working with Hispano Modding brought out this Liber SC350T. Obviously, I've got one by the vehicle shop. You just seen it a minute ago. Mr. Wheels has been using it. T-Mill has been using it. This is a great addition for moving your containers. Obviously, one thing to bear in mind, it'll only pick up one at a time. Okay. But you can stack, I think it's 2 to 3 containers underneath this. It's really kind of nice, actually. But obviously, if you've got a nice little dock set up on the map, you could technically use that to load up your, barge and stuff with your containers. I like it, if you don't want to use the auto load. And actually, I've kind of got a little something set up down here. Actually, I can show you. It's only a quick one over the weekend. I was just playing around with it. Obviously, I went for the old red one for the containers, but I've just created a nice little surround. Also, I'm going to be building on to this. I think I might have to get one of those little levers down here as well for offloading the containers. But obviously, this is really kind of cool because it's got this bit on the back, which obviously you come over to the trigger and it just lifts it up. It's really cool. So basically, you can lock in your your little barges if you wanted to. I like it. And obviously, as you've seen, Dave's now working on a freaking conveyor belt for it as well. But yeah, I'm definitely liking those Hispano Modding containers and stuff, Greenwald. Yeah, he's got an open flat deck container coming, and then there's a second pack where it's basically containers you can either load from the back or the side with your pallets. And as I understand, he's adding in auto load features as well for that, in the same way like the 82 Studios adds it in on his TLX stuff, trailers and all that. There is a wood trailer that comes out in a few days, or a few days ago. Don't use it, can't unload it. Okay. That's good to know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crash. He's dangerous, he is. There we go. Yeah. Wood traffic cable. I did see something. Is it very similar to the ba-ba-bam, ba-da-dam, these ones? Because I did see one very similar to this come out the other day. Personally, I'm just sticking with them. Thought so. I'm kind of wondering if it was set up just for like consoles or something. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, out of interest, what was the just not unloading? Because obviously it's meant to have auto loading on it. From if it's the one I'm thinking of, I'm wondering if it's got like a filled plane or something in it. So I know in 19 near the end there was a kind of a auto load come out for log moving, but it basically turns the products into wood chips. I wonder if it's something similar to that. But yeah, I do know the one you're on about. But yes, I'd definitely recommend this map to anyone who's, shall we say, a little bit more seasoned in farm sim. That is for sure. There's 150 odd collectibles on here. Some big, some not so big, should we say. Actually, I think at the minute... Actually, that's a good question. What's my stats at the minute? It's not worth the trouble? Okay. You have to mess around with mods. Yeah. So currently I've got 153 hours on the map and 13 collectibles found. Cool. On to year 2. Wow. Actually, at some point I do have some silage bales to get sold off. But yeah, I've been thinking what I want to do next. It's probably going to be looking into sheep. So I've got my chickens. I usually go for sheep, and then onto like cows. Obviously, this time around I'm probably going to do sheep and goats next. I tried it also on the.
What about piggies?
I usually leave them to the end. I've never been big on doing pigs, but yeah. I've always started out with chickens, then gone to like sheep, and then cows, and worked up. I just find pigs are, well, pigs, they take anything and everything. Yeah, definitely probably going to be sheep and goats next. Actually, one thing I do need to sort out is some decent duck pens as well. Ooh, dang it. I forgot about that. Actually, at the minute, I haven't even got to the built-in sawmill. I'm still trying to make my way through the forest at the minute, to be honest.
Grimwald asked what the black area was for. Now you're about 300 miles past it.
Yeah, it's a black area. No, it's just basically a burnt forest. You can cut the trees down and put them into your sawmill if you wanted to, or just wood chip them. I think that's what a lot of people have actually done, is just gone through with the brucks and chopped it up. Obviously, within this area, there are some collectibles as well. Me personally, I'm not really going to do too much with it. I do want to cut out a little area, probably near the middle somewhere, and put down the graveyard. What's that there? Oh, I was thinking, what the heck is that? There's a big deers.
The deer love spawning in there.
I
They really
know.
do. They're always
The
in
thing
there.
is, all I could see was like their heads poking through the ground. I was like, what the heck? That's why I thought I'd walk over to them. But yeah. It's just a little something extra. You could put them into your sawmill if you wanted to. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend putting any of these into a container. Possibly some of these straight ones here. Obviously, that is just a pine that's been retextured by Mr. Dave there. You got an oak. But yeah, there's no real use. You can't get charcoal or anything out of it. Oh, go away. But yeah, it's the only problem. If you hit the certain keys for 3 times in a row, get that little pop-up. It's annoying. Let me switch screens a sec. There's totally not on bus a graveyard in there. Yeah, not yet. There's not in here, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking the Adams family. That's what we need next. A little placeable haunted house. Also, we had one on PV County, didn't we? So, might look at that, getting that brought over. And some of those scary trees. I think that'd be kind of cool. Ooh, that's giving me ideas. Dang it. But
I
yeah,
said that somebody should create a seasonal placeable pack so that people can
yeah,
get the seasonal stuff back, but we can't put it in the map.
yeah. And obviously the biggest issue, I don't know how they'd work, how that would work when placing. Would they be visible when placing and then just disappear?
I think so.
Obviously, you'd have to remember where you placed them as well. That's the thing. Oh,
Well, place them in places you're not going to drive.
yeah. But yeah, you could have some jack-o'-lanterns, the haunted house,
Or
those
make
scary
one
trees.
placeable that has 4 different seasonal
Could do.
things. One for each season, like Giants did.
Yep. Oh. See, that's just giving me more work, I think. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, obviously, a couple of other additionals I'm going to be adding in here is a little kind of a pet cemetery as well. Obviously, for mainly my little kitty cats. It's going to be more for me rather than you guys, but yeah. So yeah, here we go. But lots and lots of trees, so if you don't like trees, this is definitely not the map for you. Also, we've got the
What do you mean?
and stuff like that.
You can do it without trees.
Yeah, I suppose you could. But yeah, there's good sized plots out there. A little bit expensive, but I think once you get on there, you are going to want to start removing some trees, doing a bit of logging. I don't mind it.
You don't have to.
I'm
You
kind of
just do farming.
I'm semi-copying what Dave did with that cut through in the forest, actually. And then
Semi-copying.
and then when I get to the end, I'm kind of going to have a bridge going over to the sawmill to make it life a little bit easier than constantly driving around so far. You need a church.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, we need
Yeah.
a church. Yes. That is a
Yes,
great
this-
support building for the community, actually.
Yeah.
I'll have to bring back the church. We're going to play
Oh.
sound
One
clip.
on Rivers or something. Was it Rivers?
Oh, we've had churches in the past.
I don't remember one on County. That's the thing. Right.
Hey,
19.
Jude.
I have to have a peruse, see what there was. Right. Okay, yeah. Wood turner. Ah, okay. We need a church. Yeah. Be right back. Need more coffee. Yeah, I'm getting that way as well. But actually, luckily for me, I've only got about half an hour to go, and then I can go grab a fresh drink and ice cream or something. I don't know.
We need a lighthouse for support too.
Yep. Actually, there was one on County. I'm trying to think. Did Darius convert it?
Darius was doing something with a lighthouse.
Yeah. Maybe speak to him, see if he's still got it. But yeah. Obviously, I think maybe Reliant Robin possibly could be doing a police station. Not sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I mentioned that over the weekend as a possible project. So we've got the fire station and all that already. Hospital might be quite a nice one. Church was back in 15, I thought as much. How's it going there, Wyatt Real? Welcome on in, buddy. I've got to try and figure out which field I want. So if I go up and then back down, okay. But yeah, when you're on this map, definitely keep an eye out for those collectibles. They're pretty big, to be honest, a lot of them. And there's actually one I seen the other day around here. Somebody else was actually asking, how do you collect them? Darius was trying to put the lighthouse in the... Yeah, that's what it was, in his 64X map. Where did I see? It was somewhere around here. I think I seen a bear or something. But yeah, all these rocks as well. You can actually break these if you're on the land. Because they were having issues trying to figure out how to do it. Obviously, I said it's exactly the same as the ones on the base game. Just get up, walk up to them, and you should hit the R key. He said, oh, it was, but it wasn't doing it. So we'll kind of want to show off and find one now. I know I've seen a bear around here somewhere. It's typical, isn't it? You see it one day and then you can't friggin' find it the next. I'm pretty sure it was a bear. It's definitely in the distance, so somewhere down here maybe? Oh, that's not fair. And thank you, Wyatt Real, for that follow, much appreciated. But also, if you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to drop them in chat. And if I can find this collectible, I can show you. Actually, dang it. So you got different types of collectibles on here, and they mainly are animal orientated. So you have bears, elk, deer, stuff like that. There's also crocodiles, and I cannot find that little boo-boo now. Dang it. It's not fair.
Hey, experts say that Australia is the safest country to be in if there's a nuclear war.
Why? Oh, there we go. There he is.
It's the best country to survive a nuclear winter and help reboot a collapsed civilization. Apparently just by its positioning where it is.
I suppose, yeah, because it's quite a hot, really hot place, isn't it? So, this is actually one
Followed
of the collectibles.
by New Zealand. So I'm moving.
Yeah.
Anybody in Australia?
There's a few people out there.
That room?
Now, one thing to just quickly bear in mind with these. Get it? Bear in mind. AKW.
Bear in mind. Bear in mind.
So, obviously, you're going to have to get really close. Some of these, you have to actually walk inside of them. As you can see, I've actually come right inside of this bear to get that little trigger to pop up. You can get on the side if you wanted to. But yeah, that's the easiest way of doing it. Just walk around it if you can. If you can't get that to pop up, just walk inside of it and you should get the little collect option. So the R key, boom, there we go. So obviously I've now got 20 more bears to find. So it's getting there slowly. So I need to find Yogi next, I think, at some point. I know he's in here somewhere. But anyway, right. That is literally how you collect them. Some are easier than others. Some are quite tricky to get. I'm not even sure if that was the one that I seen the other day. I know it was a bear that I seen, so one less to find. Right then, so what does the mining shed do? It basically allows the spawning of the rocks and the gems in the mining area. What it actually does is pulls in rain, sun, wind, stuff like that, and produces the rocks and the gems. It's a simple way of putting it, really. So obviously you can put this shed down on any land you own. But like I was mentioning earlier, obviously you might not have been here earlier, you do have to own plot 231 in the mine. Actually, let's jump over there again. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, there is 6 nodes along here. But obviously you will need to allow it to cycle through a bit before you actually get anything spawning out. Obviously it's going to need sun, it's going to need wind, it's going to need rain. Be right back. Okay, cool. And obviously all you have to do is drive along here with a trailer or whatever, and you'll see these big rocks and some of these gems popping up. Obviously these big rocks you can pick up if you've got super strength. I think you can actually do it without super strength. Yeah, I haven't even got mine turned on, so you can pick these up, put them into a trailer, and then take them over to the stone crusher, which is the one by the container cell point. So it's this one right here. Oh, one sec, I'm being poked. 77 issues getting their banana open, bless them. Yep, so that's that. So yeah, you bring those big rocks over here. Obviously this stone crusher now takes obviously the rocks from the fields and also the stones, say, from the mine here. Obviously you do get your little amethyst neons there, as I like to call them. You do get aquamarinas, or aquamarine, whatever you want to call them. I think you get diamonds out of here as well, if I remember rightly. Then you just take them to the bank, sell them, and obviously you just go for the stone crusher there to make your limestone, calcium carbonate, and gypsum. Oh, freaking heck, go away. See, I got another one there. Obviously, they're set up all this pretty much the same, so you'll get roughly the same amount out of each time. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oops. Now, out of curiosity, isn't the stone pile meant to get bigger here, or not?
Yeah, well, you know, probably not much.
Not much, okay. But there you go. So hopefully that helps you out. I have an update on cats for you. Okay. So I'm trying to get over here with this thing. There was the salt mine.
Only if you had the invisible. You can't see triggers.
Yeah, you cannot. If you have it like this, you cannot see them. Obviously, if you come in here, for example, you might be able to see them. But actually, yeah, you shouldn't even see them there anyway, if I remember rightly.
There's triggers all over the map in different places. Do you remember it?
I can't. Most of you guys have probably seen it already, so I might as well show at least one. So, if you are cheating, like some of you guys seem to be,
yeah, cheaters.
obviously, if you hit the F5, and I'm only going to do this once to show you something. So around the map, if you look carefully right where the middle of the screen is, it's not really the right lighting. It's not very good. So you see that little box right up in the sky? That is to allow the seasonal production thing to work. So the thing for like your coffin hunting, your bunnies in spring, your surfboards in the summer, and your presents in winter. This is where they actually spawn from, okay? And there's quite a few of these around the map. Obviously, that's the only one I'm going to show you guys. But please try not to spoil it for others. So if you do find one, please don't say, oh, I found one on this plot. Go over, buy the plot or whatever. Try and keep it to yourself, because I think it's going to be it is a nice thing to try and find things yourself. Actually, I kind of found it by accident a while ago, that one. But obviously you are going to need to at least run through, I think it's a full year cycle before you actually start getting anything from them. I actually came in one day without not realising I was doing something, I think it was some forestry, came over to repair my vehicle, and this entire area here was covered with coffins. I was like, what the heck's going on? Yeah, and I totally forgot all about it. But yeah, if you do find one, please don't shout saying, oh, I found this over here. Because it kind of makes it a bit of a blunt point having it there, really. But yes. But yeah, there's lots of little triggers here, there, and everywhere, so yeah. Try and keep it to yourselves, yeah. Well, obviously, if it does get posted on Facebook or Discord, I will be deleting the freaking pictures, guys, just so you are aware. Anyway. But the venomous snake will get you. Yeah, that's very true in Australia. So you can survive the nuclear winter or whatever, but yeah, the snakes will get you instead. There we go. Righty, so I think it's down here, wasn't it? If I remember rightly. That's fine. There's one thing you missed. I did notice that some of the textures were missing. I don't know if that's what you mean there, Robin the Line. A couple of the things, the trigger markers and the balls were missing. Yeah, I got it, don't worry, I've fixed it. It's an easy fix. To be honest, we've all done it. I've done it with Dave as well. I've sent him over a file that I thought was completely fine. Obviously he's then got it, and yeah, half the building's not shown properly, so but yeah. We're down here, down right, okay. It's fine. Yeah, I fixed it already. Oh, that's cool. One of the buildings was missing. Ah, right, yeah. Ooh, what was that? That was weird. I'm sure I just seen a floating tree there for a minute. Maybe the bottom of it just didn't draw in properly. That was weird. There. Dang it. Okay. That was weird. It looked like one of these trees over here. The bottom of it was like floating.
You're just making up stuff.
I'm not. I'm gonna have to go back later in a minute. Either I'm just seeing things. Mind you,
Exactly.
it's not a big issue. Probably just a distance thing. Anyway, sorry, I need to get to work, don't I? Come on. I got lots to do. I do. Anyway, come on. Here we go. Actually, I do want to make an edit to this harvester. Obviously, this is one off the in-game mod hub, but I want to add in like the carrots and the peanuts and stuff again to this one. I like the Homer in 19, so I'm gonna probably stick with it for now. Yep, here we go. Around here, and it should be the one on the left. So let's get you unfolding. Go. I did up the capacity a fraction, so he can be left for a little while. Just because being such a big old map. My poor little guys were struggling the other day with my little tiny harvester at home. Oh, hello dears, hello. Come back, don't leave me. Anywho. 2, 3. Dang it. Now this is the only thing I don't like about the John Deere one, is you cannot release anything that's left in there. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. See, that's equal to almost a full bale there. But 62 bales. Holy crap, I'm going to take a picture of that. That is a pretty impressive off of one field. Right, because I don't want to lose that last bale, I am going to cheat one in. I want cotton round. Let's see.
What are you
Strong.
cheating bales in for? When you got 100 of them on the 60 of them on the ground?
No, I don't. They've been removed already. Where the heck's cotton gone? Oh, pre-second around. But it's not even in here. But bale types. I know it's around. Cotton, there we go. Unwrapped. One bale. That'll do. That'll make up for what's in the harvester. Now then, where? Oh, he's at the shopping east. Yeah, I've currently actually got 2 contracts still on the go. That are waiting on this cotton. It's really annoying. On the building was missing. Oh yeah, I've got that already. Funk and grooving for the hydrate. Yep. I'll actually get that in a minute because I'm out, unfortunately. But thank you very much. Have you also seen the Bivaro 600? It doesn't ring a bell, unfortunately. Oh please, there's that one. Yes, just give me. There we go. I think that's both of them now done. Let's see, complete. Yay, good. Okay, with 1 extra bale, even better. Gee.
Of course there's 1 extra. You spawned it in.
No, that's on the trailer. What's left in the field is mine. God. Come on, fold up. What is going on with you? Come on. Fold up. Let's come away from that. There we go. Might have been picking up on that bale. Yeah, because the thing with that John Deere one, you cannot unload your partial bales, so you'd end up on a loss, I think, in my opinion. But obviously, with what was actually in there, it almost makes up that last bale, so I don't mind cheating one in. If Giants were able to say, okay, you can actually hit this key to finish the bale off type thing and unload it, then yeah, cool. But you can't. It's friggin' annoying. That's why I don't use that John Deere that much. At least with the case, the red one, you can actually grab that blinking last little bit that's in there. So obviously if you're doing a cotton contract or you're harvesting cotton, I would definitely recommend the case harvester over the John Deere one. Just for that fact. And yes, I did technically cheat, but yeah, obviously once I complete that contract, what was left in that harvester is gone. It's not mine, and I want it for my friggin' fabric. I've waited 2 in-game years to get my fabric up and running, and I'm still friggin' waiting. Actually, to be honest, I'm still waiting on the harvest contract for Field 9. I haven't had one yet. I'm glutton for punishment, I tell you. I want to do one on there. I had a fertilizing contract on there. That's about it so far. Always seems to jump over. Use easy tab. I have tried doing that once before there, Farmer Trucker, and it keeps throwing a warning saying, sorry, you cannot do this. But that's fine, I've just got that bale, that's enough to make up for it. I would come and hang out, but I will hang out here. Okay, no worries, bud. But yeah, obviously I will be jumping off in a little while myself. But yeah, obviously Dave will be going live again tomorrow, so make sure to check him out. Obviously doing a little playthrough, showing off a little bit more, I'm guessing, of his new little belt system that he's got going on. Obviously Darius will be going live, I'm sure Viking and all the rest of the guys will be live at some point over the next few days. Obviously I'll be back again on Wednesday at my usual time. Oh, fun and games, and hopefully I'll have a little bit of progress done on the tobacco factory for you guys to show off. Actually, this is one thing I can show off while he's driving back. Over the weekend I did flatten off this area, added in my little wood turner production. So obviously I've got my staircase railings now being produced. It was kind of nice, I could just use the old tree halves to grab a few from over there and drag them in to the trigger. Also, I do have the paper production going as well. Obviously, it's a bit of a slow going one, but I've almost got enough for a pallet of each there produced, but it is what it is. And I just noticed that that is placed far too far across. Bad giants. But yeah, very, very cool. At some point I will be carrying on this little bit, but it's more of a sort of over the winter period. So like I mentioned the other day, what I want to do is basically take this road right down to that water's edge. And then obviously once I get down here, I'm probably going to put like a barrier or something along the side here. I know on Darius's pack that it had a little barrier. So I'll probably put a barrier up there and then have the road heading off up that way. Actually, I wonder if I can beat that tractor, thinking about it. It's quite a long old way to bring it up here, but it is kind of cool. But yeah, obviously bring the road up to here, and then I think somewhere around the edge here is have a little bridge going across to where the sawmill is. I think that's going to be kind of a nice little detour. Oh, he just beat me. Hello, mate. There we go. Righty then, guys. Very, very cool. So obviously, if any of you guys have got any last minute questions, please ask. Did someone say something about not being cheaty earlier? I know. We'll make exceptions every now and again. Cool. See, Dave does his super strength because he can't be bothered with certain things, but yeah. Oh. But yeah, to be honest, with the contract side of things, they are, or were, I should say, without having obviously the better contracts mod, a right nightmare to do. Trying to finish a contract was impossible. So I've kind of got into the routine now of, obviously, if I can't get all the products that should be mine, I will just add it back in that little bit just to make up for it. And what the heck was that? Oh, Bearded Skull Hunter, thank you very much for that follow. I'm just waiting on my slobs to catch up. But it shows on my phone, so that's kind of cool. As I can't hang out in Discord yet, I'm going to send you them in. Okay. Ooh, what's that? Mr. Bodine sent me something. Oh, the Beaverator 1600 grinder, top grinder. Oh, yeah, by Black Sheep Modding. I have seen that, but I've never actually used it. If anyone's interested, let's bring this across here. So Black Sheep Modding brought this out quite a while ago, actually. I did download it at one point, but never got around to using it. And it's a little, basically a wood grinder. I like obviously Big Daddy's Brux, but that's kind of a cool thing if you want a little bit more realistic. And oh yeah, you can also do rocks with it as well. I forgot about that. Well, now that would work on here. Obviously bales. Kind of wondering if that could be maybe edited to be like a mobile version of the rock crusher. And get you. I don't think you'd be able to get calcium. Oh, Might have a look at that actually. I'm going to download that and have a look. So what did you get here? So wood, you can get wood chips out of. Stone, you can get lime. Sugar beet, you can get beet cuts. And then obviously straw, hay and silage can be converted to bulk. That's kind of cool. Let me grab that while I'm there. Thank you, Bodine, for that. But yeah, I've been using the good old Brux by Mr. Big Daddy for doing mine. Current reasons. That's fine, right then. Hey, Big Tigger, welcome in, and yes, I am about to jump off. That's on the site now. Yep. Could be interesting for other things-ish. Yeah, actually, the rock crushing side of it is something I'm probably more interested actually in than the wood chipping. But saying that, for you guys doing sugar beet cuts, that would be a bargain. Obviously, you just got to be able to tip it in there. Maybe have a conveyor belt or something. Don't know. Have to have a little play around with that maybe at some point. But yeah, obviously, while this guy's almost there, I need to actually find out who is actually live, because obviously my 2 hours for today is up and I do need to attend to my wife and such things. So let me make sure that's muted. It should be Satisfactory Diablo. Holy smoking marrows. Ooh, the Guru. The only person I can see is currently live doing a bit of farm sim.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen this new Spider-Man animation film, go out and watch it. Obviously, I do know that the Guru has actually raided me. For some reason, I'm not shown as being following him at the minute. Oh, he's changed over to ATS. That's typical. Dagging dang it. Eager gamer? Don't know.
We're gonna follow this up.
What are you doing? He's a loud Aussie, eh? Okay, Facebook Pani, oh man. Oh, okay. I see somebody that just popped up. How much does this trailer hold? You on about this trailer here there, bearded Skull Hunter? This one holds 5 bales. Yeah, I've got Reliant Robin just going live, doing some blender work. Also, there's Mr. Wheels. I think we might actually go over and see Reliant Robin, but you're more than welcome to go follow, watch Mr. Wheels there. Let's give you a shout out, Wheels 24/7. So, obviously, if you want to go see Mr. Wheels, he's probably going to be doing a little bit more on his save game on the map. Obviously, we are going to go to Mr. Reliant Robin crew, obviously the latest member. I'll give him a shout out as well for you guys. But yeah, Bearded Dragon, this is on the in-game mod hub currently. It's a pack. There's a 3 bale and a 5 bale. This one is the 5 bale, so it makes it a lot easier to transport your round cotton bales. Righty then. So let me switch to my ending screen, wherever the friggin' heck that button's gone. Ending screen, there. Obviously, a big, huge thank you to all you guys for coming out today. Obviously, Darius Frost, thank you very much for the raid earlier on. The Vink, thank you as well. Much appreciated. Wyatt Real, Bearded Skull Hunter, Agri87, thank you very much for the follows right then. Much appreciated. Obviously, I will be again back on Wednesday. Usual time for my 3-hour stint. Hopefully this time. So yeah, so stick with me, guys. We're going to go over and raid the latest member of the SGA, which is Reliant Robin Crew. If I can find him on my little list. Nope. Helps if I spell his name right. R-E-L-I-A-N. There he is. He has obviously just gone nice, but he's going to be doing some Blender work. So if you are interested in learning a little bit about that, the how to create a placeable from scratch, literally, or a building, definitely stick around and let's go give him some love here, guys. Make sure to give him a follow as well while you're there. Say hi, and yeah, have a great couple of days till I'm live again. Stay safe, guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.
Later.